So the last time that I was actually talking about the day that I lost everything, I was talking about how not being prepared and trying to set up multiple different aspects of the business was kind of a detriment to the business and led me to losing quite a bit of things in my life. In this one, I'm going to focus on one particular aspect of the business, and that's the music industry, the music business portion of it. So when you have a favorite musician, or let's say a rapper or rock star, your favorite country singer, your favorite singer, what often happens is they have a company behind them that helps them produce the record. They go ahead and provide the product to the company, and the company uses their resources to go ahead and put that out to the public, bring it to market. There is a lot of money that is put into that process. It could be millions of dollars that happens. Now, me and my cousin, we actually went and recorded in our own studio, so that helped bring down some of the costs of what we were getting ready to do. And me as a new business owner, I'm thinking that when we put this album out, what should happen is it should generate income that would at least help us maintain the business, in the longevity, or at least help us keep us going from month to month for a little while. When you have a bigger company behind you, they put millions of dollars behind these projects. And sometimes, even though they put millions of dollars behind the projects, it still is not enough to get a project successful. So there might be an artist that has millions of dollars. He puts together this project, he puts it out, and it doesn't sell as well as they originally want. What happens then is that artist has to go back into the studio and they have to make a new album. And now the new album comes out, and if they successfully sell that one, then the money for the last one and this one have to make up so the artist can make money. Being an independent artist, we do not necessarily have all the resources that we can do. We don't plug into certain, radio stations. We're not able to do the promo tour, so we have to do it all ourselves independent. And that's what we did. Me and my cousin went on tour. We recorded the album. We went and tried to get the people to kind of listen to what we were doing, and we were getting a good response from it. One of the things I didn't notice but one of the things I didn't factor in was that when we were on tour, a lot of the times the people that we were on tour with was our audience, and they were also entertainers themselves. So they're not necessarily trying to purchase your music, or they're not trying to help you build, as far as your music, because they're trying to get their own music out. So they're there to listen, but they're also there to do their own time, their set, and promote their music. So the music is, as an artist, is the gift, right? You definitely want to go out and you want to record and you want to have fun and rock in the crowds, which is always a big thing. But business-wise, it is not going to be helpful if you're not selling actual physical albums, to me, I think. And if you're relying on streams and downloads will be key. You definitely want the downloads, but more people are streaming. And so if we're looking at ourselves as far as Chaotic Styles, saying, hey, we're going to make this record, we're going to put it out and generate some income for the business, and the streaming money is half of a penny for every stream, you need to sell an incredible amount of streams in order to maintain the business. And like I said, we don't have the resources of these big companies to necessarily put ourselves in a situation so people want to check that out and pay for it or listen to us. We're not on the promo tour. We're not doing interviews at the big, networks. And it's a little bit harder, more uphill. The funny thing about music is, especially if you're a musician, is when you tell people you're a musician, there's going to be kind of two different reactions. Either people are going to be very excited for you. There's going to be people that are going to be very skeptical of you. And I think in the beginning, they're very excited. Everybody wants to believe that you are the next, golden one to go out here and make it shine. Your, songs might make it happen. And a lot of times we got a good, just a good reaction from people. Shows that like our music, like our writing, like our designs. But what happens is if it doesn't happen in a certain amount of time, I think people start to doubt, and they actually are not a big fan of you becoming a musician anymore. And that doesn't weigh on you initially. Like, I think a lot of times musicians are going to believe in themselves. They're going to be, very confident that what they're doing is going to happen, even though, the signs say that most musicians are probably not going to get the success that they believe they're going to have. But over the time, the more you start putting out projects, or the more you start doing your musician thing, and you start trying to get things moving, if it doesn't happen into a certain amount of time, then people are going to, like I said, doubt you, and that weighs on itself as well, especially in relationships. You might have all the friends and family that support and back you and want to do what you want to do, but if you're putting money into a project that doesn't bring any money back, you don't have a record company or a business that's going to give you more money so that you can maintain and live and go back into the studio and create something else. You have to use your money. That's going to take away from resources from your actual home life. That is going to be a problem in the future, and it's going to kind of weigh on your situation in all aspects. And I think that was what's happening. We're putting music in, we're creating more albums. The music game is not quite how it used to be, and it's not as lucrative as it used to be, but you're still trying to build a business around it. And I think that's kind of one of the things that will help leading up to some of the things that end up destroying everything for me in the future.